When I think of summer, the song that immediately comes to mind is Why Don't We Fall in Love by Amerie. Warm summer nights, late night car rides, trips to the beach, catching feelings, and possibly falling in love. Now, you ain't hear this from me, okay? But a little birdie told me that you were looking for books written by Black authors that make you want to fall in love during the summertime. Now, if that's you, stay tuned because I got you. Hey y'all, I'm Nala, and this is Nala's Reading Room where we talk books, vinyls, and everything in between. I'm back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to give you 7 books that you can add to your TBR that give you the same vibe and feeling as Amerie's Why Don't We Fall in Love? Okay, so I have my list here. Let's get into it. So number 1 is going to be The Summer Girlfriend by Christina Forrest. So I actually read the arc of this book, and this was my first book by Christina Forrest. Okay, so the book follows Jeremiah and Noelle. Jeremiah is the heir to his family's bakery business, and he decided to leave the family business and branch off on his own, and has not visited his family's beach house in a couple of years. Okay, now Noelle is a book girly at heart, and she is working hard to save her money to go back to college. So Noelle ends up lying to his mother about, why he hasn't been to the family's beach house, and saying that he's been caught up because he has a girlfriend. So after meeting Noelle, Jeremiah proposes to her like, hey, do you want to be my fake girlfriend? So this is basically fake dating, takes place at a beach town, and a little bit of family drama, just a tad bit. Okay, great read, loved it. I gave it 5 stars, and I'm going to read it again, but I'm supposed to go to the beach next weekend, so I'm waiting to read it then because I think it's the perfect beach read. Okay, and The Summer Girlfriend is a Black contemporary romance. All right, number 2, Big Trouble in a Little Mafia by one of my faves, Tanvier Peart. Okay, so imagine taking your first solo trip out of the country after you quit your job in corporate America, just for you to end up being mistaken for someone else and kidnapped by a Black mafia crime boss. Now, will you be killed or will you fall in love? Okay, find out on July 31st, which is actually this coming week. So Big Trouble in a Little Mafia comes out this week. Definitely check it out. And this is a Black dark mafia rom-com. Hilarious. Like, one thing Tanvier does very well is rom-coms. Like, and when I mean like rom-coms, like comedy is like the backdrop of the novel. Like, you will be laughing in every single chapter. And one thing I love that she did with Big Trouble in a Little Mafia, she actually had chapter titles. And when I tell you, I was laughing from just the chapter title alone, and I loved how the chapter titles actually connected to the chapters. It was just chef's kiss. So definitely check out Big Trouble in a Little Mafia, July 31st. And it takes place in Italy. Like, come on, European summers, like, yes, please and thank you. Okay, next is Ready or Not by Olive Winter. So this was actually Olive's debut novel, and it takes place in New York City. Okay, if you are a New York City native, or if you've traveled to New York, you know New York City in the summertime is elite, like elite. That is actually the best season in New York. And that's actually the best season to visit too, because you don't have to deal with the harsh weather or anything like that. So if you're planning a trip to New York City, definitely go in the summertime. Okay, but anyway, back to Ready or Not. So Ready or Not follows Solange and Desi, and they meet at a rooftop party, and they are naturally drawn to each other. So they decide to wander basically the night, and not wander the night, but they decide to wander the city together to kind of get to know each other a little bit more and just see where the night goes. And as the night goes on, they have to kind of decide if this night is just going to be a one-time thing, or if they're going to try to like make it something more and stop being afraid of falling in love, because that's something that they both battle with in the novel. Like Desi especially deals with, you know, feeling like he isn't good enough for love. And so Lane is very much an overthinker. So that combination together is already a mess. But they both kind of have to decide if this is just going to be a one night thing or if they're going to basically take that leap and let it become something more. But this book was automatically added to the list because, like I said, summertime in New York City. Yes. Okay. And this is a Black contemporary romance. Okay. We are on to number 4. Okay. So number 4 is a book you've heard me yap about plenty of times. It's Made Before the Summer by Aubree Pynn. So when Dasha agrees to fill in for her family's concierge business, she meets famous Ratcher. Why can't I talk today? Let's start from the beginning. Okay, back to the top. Okay, so book number 4 is Made Before the Summer by Aubree Pynn. Okay, so when Dasha agrees to fill in for her family's concierge business, she meets famous rapper Jay Lucci, aka his government name is Julius. Okay. And what is basically just supposed to be a 2-month getaway to help her family business ends up turning into a summer romance with basically the hottest rapper out right now. And Daisha and Julius kind of have to decide if this is just going to be a summer fling or if it's going to turn into more. I'm being honest with y'all. Made Before the Summer was my first book by Aubree Pynn, and I love that book down. Love it down. Like, just the story itself, the storytelling, the characters, the character development, and the plot, tons across the board. And that is a Black urban romance. I think if you're someone who is looking to get into urban romance, Made Before the Summer, I think is a great place to start. Okay. And then number 5, we have Death Not a Thing by Christina C. Jones. So this book is about Amelia, who just went through a bad breakup, and while moving into her new apartment, she basically has a bad interaction with her neighbor Calvin. And Calvin is a NBA player. Basically, he plays professional basketball, and he's kind of on a hiatus from his little basketball career because of an event that took place. Okay? And despite their little petty banter, they cannot fight their attraction for each other. And they decide to become friends with benefits and basically say, that's it, we're friends with benefits, and this is not going to turn into a thing. And I hate to tell you, it kind of becomes a thing, okay? And Death Not a Thing is a Black contemporary romance. It could also be considered a Black rom-com. All right, number 6. Well, 6. No, 6. Oh my God. Y'all probably think I'm slow. I can't even get the number 6 up. Okay, number 6 is Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. So Curvy Girl Summer follows Aaliyah, who was on a mission to find a boyfriend by her 30th birthday. Okay, but what she did not plan on was developing a friendship with the bartender at her local bar, Ahmad. So basically, throughout her journey of having dates, so Aaliyah basically has her dates at the bar, and Ahmad kind of just looks out for her while she's on her dates. But like I said, she did not anticipate building this friendship with Ahmad. And Curvy Girl Summer is kind of like the person you're looking for has been right in front of you this entire time. That's kind of the vibe of Curvy Girl Summer. And Curvy Girl Summer is also a Black contemporary romance. Okay, and then book number 7, our last one, is Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. So imagine this. Your sister is marrying your ex-boyfriend and you are the maid of honor. Yeah, exactly. The wedding is in Tulum, and basically to survive the week, you and the best man decide, hey, we're already, in this amazing destination. Let's just hook up for the week and call it a day. Let's hook up for the week because that'll kind of help us get through these shenanigans with these people, and that be it. Well, what happens when everyone else finds out about you and the best man, and then you and the best man also want what you did for the week to last longer than the week? Yeah, and also add in some family drama, a very much narcissistic mother, and a very selfish sister. Makes for a great time, y'all. A great time. Okay, so those are the 7 books that will kind of give you the same vibe as Why Don't We Fall in Love by Amerie, set in the summertime. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. I hope you add them to your TBR. If you read any of these 7 books, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But thank y'all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.